He was with this girl for over 6 months. The last girl he was with lived right next door to us. A girl picked him up. They went back to our house, had sex in our bed.
He had cheated on me 13 times.
I think it's just in a man's blood to cheat.
His theory is if you're not getting sex at home, you can go out and get it elsewhere.
Yeah, I admit to it.
Have you heard of disease? You could give your wife, she could die.
How am I going to give it to her when we never do anything?
What did you do?
I use protection. But it's hard to find the extra large condoms.
You got a lot of energy today. You know, we've had some really outrageous men on this show. The men who admit that they cheat on their wives or their girlfriends, and men who actually brag about how many affairs they've had. I think the men on today's show have said some of the most shocking and, to my mind, despicable things I've ever heard men say. Now, just listen to this. This is Tony. He has been married for 5 years, but that doesn't keep him from having sex with other women. Tony told us, I cheat for the thrill of it. It's in my blood to cheat. That's what men do. I can't help myself. Men have a right to cheat. Women should stay home and take care of their husbands. And this is Dwayne. Dwayne says, my wife doesn't give me enough sex at home. I have to get it from other women. I'd rather go out and have an affair than have to beg my wife for sex. Surely, right. Now, imagine how you'd feel if you were married to a guy like that. Well, unfortunately, the two ladies sitting up there are. That's what Karen and Boucher are going through. Now, they say they love the men, but they can't handle the constant cheating. They want it to stop. Will the men listen? They haven't so far. We're going to find out. Before we bring the guys out, let's ask you what's going on. Boucher, your husband Tony is waiting backstage. You've been married for 5 years. You say he's been cheating on you almost the whole time.
Yeah.
Tell us what's happening.
Well, as he said, we've been married for 5 years. He hasn't cheated on me once, not twice, but 13 times. 13 times. Okay.
Now, you have caught him in bed with these women?
Well, the first, yeah.
What do you mean, yes?
What happened was, it started the first month of our marriage. Okay, it was the first month. I was happily in love. I thought this is going to be it. I thought he would be the man of my life. I mean, I was in love. I was disgusted because he had the idea of maybe me getting it on with this other girl. Yeah, so it was, yeah, I was shocked, I was disgusted, I thought my life was over. And that was only the first month.
Why are you with him?
He was the first man in my life. The very first. And no, I'm serious. And he was very charming. And I fell for the bull. What can I say?
Let's, Tony, will you come on out? Let's find out. Tony. All right, let's see if we can make...
What are you?
Wait. Wait.
What are you?
Wait, Tony. Tony, I'm over here. She hasn't got a microphone. Okay. Please don't do that. Okay, you're a married man. You've been married for 5 years. You've got a gorgeous wife. Did you... Did you understand the marriage vows when you got married?
Yeah, I understood them, but I think they should be revised. They've had them for about... Well, I think it's been the same vows for how many hundreds of years? This is the 90s, you know what I We're in the 90s, Sally. People should wake up. It should be revived.
You made a commitment. You made a commitment when you got married. You made a commitment. Okay?
All right, now, you told
knew what
us
she was
men
getting
have a
into.
right to cheat. Would you explain
right.
what the right is? What is the man's... Do women have a right to cheat?
No, women should take care of their man.
Okay. Only men have a right to cheat. Women do not have a right to cheat. What is the right? Where was the right given, or where was it written, or where did you get the right?
I think it's just in a man's blood to cheat.
Tony, Boucher says you pick up other
I know
women
that
in
now.
front of your wife, and she's standing there, and you pick up another woman, and you say, wife, get lost, or wife, go away. Why?
I try not to do that, but I have slipped a couple times and made moves on women.
What that mean?
Did you actually bring another woman into a hotel room instead of renting a room for yourself? You brought a woman into the hotel room and wanted her to have a threesome?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Yes, ma'am.
How would you like if she cheated?
That wouldn't happen.
Why?
I can't believe that you would say that. What do you mean it wouldn't happen? Why wouldn't it happen?
Because she wouldn't want to lose me.
She should take care of you, boy. That's number one. She really should take care of you. Number two. No, I mean she should take care of him by punching his out.
Let me just go to her. I'll be back.
It's real men do real things, and you not a real man, or she would do real things.
You haven't had me yet. You don't know what kind of man I am.
By disrespecting her as not being a real man, you ain't a real man. That's all I gotta say.
Real women just shut up and do what they're told, okay?
But I got news for him, and he doesn't know about it because 5 years.
You've been with him 5 years?
Yeah.
Married. What's the news?
The news is that this is it. We're gonna go home. I'm gonna get myself a lawyer. Oh, yeah, right. I brought already
It'll
a
never
couple of my
happen. It
things
would never
to
happen.
friends.
I've heard
Excuse
that a
me, I'm
million
talking.
times.
To my friend's house.
It'll never
I'm
happen.
gonna get a divorce.
He doesn't believe her, though.
Not.
All right, not. Do you not believe she'd divorce you?
No way. No way.
It always amazes me how men can rationalize.
Why would she
cheating
want another
on
man when she's got me?
Well, because I'm better off being by myself. I can be by myself, you know. I wasted 5 years of my life, you know.
Wasted.
Karen,
Wasted.
you've been sitting there very quietly listening to what's been going on. You've been married 10 years to Dwayne. Dwayne is backstage. Now, Dwayne openly admits that he has sex with other women.
Right.
Okay. Why do you think Dwayne cheats on you, and how did it start?
Well, back in 1986, I lost a baby 3 weeks to my due date, and I almost died myself. I hemorrhaged and almost died. And ever since then, I really haven't wanted anything to do with sex. And his theory is, if you're not getting sex at home, you can go out and get it elsewhere, and it's not considered cheating. But if you are getting sex at home and you get it elsewhere, it isn't cheating. I mean, it is cheating.
Okay. Does Dwayne pressure you for sex?
Yeah, quite a bit. Recently he hasn't, but most of the time he does. He wakes me up in the middle of the night, you know, when he comes home from work. Whenever he feels like he needs sex, yeah, he paws at me and pushes at me, and you name it, he does it.
Uh-huh. Tell me about his cheating. You have caught him?
I have caught him cheating, yes. Our family went to a motel one time over Labor Day, and I caught him. We went bowling, and I caught him asking a girl out, and we went back to the motel room and had a fight over that. and he said he had to go out for a walk. Well, instead of just going out for a walk, he hitchhiked home. A girl picked him up. They went back to our house, had sex in our bed. And he told me it was the best sex that he's had in a long time.
What does Dwayne say when you try to sit down and talk to him about this?
The only thing that he'll say is, if I'm not getting it at home, I'm going to get it elsewhere.
But let's bring Dwayne out. Dwayne, come on now. Dwayne, you admit that you have sex with women other than your wife?
Yeah, I admit to it.
You do not consider it cheating?
No, I don't.
Why not?
If it's turned away from you at home, a person needs to get what he needs.
Yeah, but you took those vows, Dwayne. I mean, good grief. You know I have problems from losing the baby and everything. I wanted you to go to therapy with me.
Whenever we took the vows, we didn't have this problem.
I realize that. I
The
didn't
problem came later.
Yeah, when
in
I
the
lost the
marriage.
baby. You're
Okay.
right. Okay, well, things happen. I mean, I didn't plan on losing the baby.
I worked with it how many years until I finally went out the first time?
Well, maybe, what, 4 or 5 years? Okay, but how do I know?
Well, that's really
But Dwayne, how do
trying
I
to
know
work with it.
How do I know the first time that I caught you cheating is the first time you cheated? That's the first time I caught
Well, we tried working it.
Jay makes me cheat.
Yeah, all right.
Pushing you away.
How does
you don't have to
Boucher
worry
make
about
you
that
cheat?
Well, for instance, last night at the hotel, I didn't even get any. So.
Don't feel bad, I didn't either.
Sally,
What, Dwayne? Why would I
You know
wanna
when
give
you hurt
sex?
so much?
I mean, when you got to worry about diseases.
You don't
and
even
what
have the
you.
desire
I mean,
anymore.
I know you don't use protective.
you just
Oh, yes,
can't do
when
it anymore.
everybody
because
knows you're not
hurt.
Shay,
gonna
when
get
it's
it
over,
either.
it's over.
That's right.
When it's
I
over,
could
it's
get
over.
it if I wanted it, but I don't want it because I'm afraid you're going to give me a disease.
That's not the reason. That's not the reason you say no.
Well, then tell me the reason why.
Wait, let me clear that up with you, Dwayne. You do not use protection when you sleep with other women because you've had a vasectomy?
Right.
Right.
I had.
Wait. Somebody explain to him why you would use protection. I need a volunteer.
Have you heard of AIDS? It's a disease. You could give your wife, she could die. Maybe that's a thought that could go through your little head.
How am I going to give it to her when we never do anything?
What if you do? It's not just sex.
do anything.
You could get it. You could die. You care about
That's
your own
not
life.
the reason.
It's an idiot.
Why would you not use protection? There are so many diseases around. Why would you not use protection?
I use protection.
Dwayne, Karen told us
But it's
that-
hard to find the extra, extra large condoms. That's right.
Dwayne, Karen told us that it's not just the cheating that bothers her, it's that you sit down and describe what the other women look like, their bodies, how they were in bed. Why do you do that?
I do that for a reason. The reason is after she finds out that I had cheated, I was with someone, one of the first questions is, what she look like? What color's her hair? She wants more or less a description. And then after I describe it, then it's, well, now I know what she looks like when I see her in town. Why? You know, so it's not, I don't
ask
go
for a
home
description.
and...
I don't ask for what you do in bed. I just want to know what the girl looks like.
How many times did you ask, did she do the things I don't?
No,
Was
I've
she
never
good?
asked that. The only thing
Yes,
I've ever
you
said, well,
have.
was she any good? Did you
Yes,
have
you have.
fun? No, I haven't.
Can any of these men change their ways? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I have no feelings left. I have no self-esteem. I have no self-esteem. You have just completely took my heart and stopped all Rich. And I want to know what you're going to do about it. I want you to be honest with me.
Meet Brenda. It's not only at a certain age that men cheat. Brenda is 20 years old. She's been married for a year and a half to her husband, Joey. They have an 8-month-old son together. But family life has not been happy for Brenda. When she was pregnant, Joey cheated on her, and that was just the beginning. Brenda, you were pregnant with twins. Are you all right? Okay. Would you get her a tissue, hon? You miscarried and you lost one of the babies, right?
Yeah.
How did you find out that Joey was cheating?
Well, I kind of knew, but he never told me until I was 6 months pregnant.
He told you that you were... Did you have the miscarriage because of what happened?
No, he hadn't cheated on me then. He waited until about 3 days after I'd had the miscarriage, and I wouldn't have sex with him, and I rolled away from him in bed.
But it's 3 days after a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I was 6 months pregnant, I don't know what brought it up or how, it came about, but he told me, and I was so upset that I thought I was going to die. And he had to take me to the hospital because I thought I was in labor. And I thought I was going to lose that baby too.
After he told you that he cheated?
Yeah.
Then he apologized and said he'd never do it again?
He swore he'd never do it again, and I believed him, but then a month later, him and my brother decided that they were going fishing. And they were supposed to be back at lunchtime, and they never came back until late that night. And I had asked him, who he had been with and everything else, and he denied everything until my baby was 3 months old. And my little brother told me about it. And we were where this girl worked, and I went in and I confronted her with it. And then when I got home, I called my husband and I confronted him with it. And at first he wanted to deny it, but he couldn't. And he swore he'd never do it again. But it happened all over again.
Another time.
Yeah. But he was with this girl for over 6 months.
He'd been having an affair with her for 6 months?
Yeah. He's cheated on me 3 times in a year and a half. And the last girl he was with lived right next to us. And he started going for late night walks, telling me he was going for walks. And he would go out my back door and in hers. And it just has recently ended last month. And he was supposed to spend Christmas with her, and he didn't. He left New Year's Eve, and I didn't see him for 3 days. I still don't know where he was, and I'd like to know.
He wasn't around for 3 days?
3 days. I filed a missing person report. I've done everything, and I don't know what else to do. How can you leave when you love somebody so much?
You have to love yourself. Let me have that Kleenex before we got a mascara. Go ahead, hon.
You in the black, Tony, you are the worst. You really are. Somebody let you out of a cave. You are disgusting. Disgusting. And all of you should leave every one of them, because you can all do better.
Let's, if we can, let's bring Joey out. All right, and as I said, Joey is 19, so this can happen at any age. Joey, come on out. Joey, you see the condition that your wife is in. You cheated after Brenda's miscarriage, cheated on a fishing trip with her brother, cheated with... When asked how many children you have, your answer was, I have one with Brenda, but there may be others out there I don't know about. Says everyone cheats. Proud of cheating and tells his wife all about his infidelities. What kind of man are you?
He's not, he's a boy.
She asked, and I told her.
She asked, you told her. What do you have to say for yourself? Is there a reason for this cheating?
Because he's a man, that's why.
Because
he's a man.
You're full of crap. You need to be put under the floor.
Joey, is there any reason for this?
Just felt left out.
Out of what?
Out of the marriage. Too many lies were told.
What kind of lies?
I'd come home after lunch and, or during lunch, and she wouldn't be there, and
But if
I didn't go the other half mile up there.
I was a half a mile away at my mother's. I was at my mother's. If he'd have took the time to go a half a mile up the road, he would have known where I was at, and it wouldn't have been a lie.
You're at your mother's.
Yes, or
Okay,
his
go ahead.
mother's.
I would never do to my husband what you
So
are
you
doing
don't
to
know
your
our
wife.
circumstances.
The
That's 'cause
pain,
women- so it's
I
not
don't
your
know the
shoes.
answer, but the pain in your wife's face is so evident that just for that alone, why keep causing each other pain?
Why? Let me ask you a question. You are causing each other a lot of pain. You really are. Why did you get so angry at her when she said you should get divorced? Obviously, this is not a solvable situation. It's been going on 9 years. For 9 years, you've been having sex outside the marriage. She doesn't want to have sex with you.
It hasn't been the full 9 years.
Okay.
That's been
Whatever.
going on.
It's been an enormous...
It's been 9 years since the loss of our 4th child.
Okay. It's been a long amount of time.
And that's
you
when
are
the medical
working on
problems
making
started.
it better, and it is an unsolvable. Why did you get so angry at her when she said you should get divorced?
Because we have a family at home, and I still really love her, and I love our kids.
Okay.
But if you love me,
How much do you love your children?
We've went
How much do you love your children?
a lot.
You know, every
Not a good
night they
example.
don't know if we're going to be fighting, if we're not going to be fighting.
Kids know
And if
that.
you're so unhappy at home, why don't you just go?
Because I never said I was unhappy.
Well, your life revolves around sex.
Brenda,
So if your life
I want
revolves
Brenda-
around sex,
You won't
and
let him
you're
go,
not
probably.
happy.
You won't let him go, will you?
I told him to leave many a time.
She's holding on to him.
I told him to leave many a time. He
can't
leaves
hold on to
because-
anybody.
Yeah.
Brenda, I want you to turn to Joey and tell him how he makes you feel.
Joey, I want you to know how much it hurts me inside when you do this. I have no feelings left. I have no self-esteem. I have no self-esteem. You have just completely took my heart and stopped all fresh. And I want to know what you're going to do about it. I want you to be honest with me. Don't I deserve honesty, Joey?
I've been honest for the last...
Where were you
How
New
long?
Year's Eve, Joey? You didn't
Walking.
walk for 3 days. I don't want to hear it. I seen you in this girl's bathroom, Joey.
Me and a bottle of vodka walked.
I don't believe that. Your dad knows where I was. Everybody knows where you are. We're just waiting on you to admit it, Joey.
I wasn't there.
Joey, when I called her and told her that they were sending to her house to look for you, you were home 30 minutes later. That's awful funny.
Joey, do you see what you're doing to this woman? Do you care?
Yeah.
You don't appear to care.
If I didn't care, I wouldn't still be there. If I didn't care, I wouldn't still be there.
The body language is absolutely...
Sally, I was talking to the guys this morning, and obviously they're all, have their position, and, Joey's wife, Brenna, is really, she's a lovely woman and obviously deeply hurt by what's going on, and I think if she's going to come on, she needs to know the whole truth.
She found a love letter in your pants pocket.
Yeah, the same
The gave you a full description of all the tattoos on Kenny's body.
That's right.
We've been talking to men who actually brag about cheating on their wives and girlfriends, and one of the things, of course, the women are upset. And one of the things that's important, I guess, is that there's a certain amount of honesty. Joey, did you tell Jill, come here. Did you tell Jill that you cheated 4 times, not 3? This is Jill.
Hi.
She's one of our producers. Did you? Is it true?
Listen, Sally, I was talking to the guys this morning, and obviously they're all, have their position, and, Joey's wife, Brenna, is really, she's a lovely woman and obviously deeply hurt by what's going on, and I think if she's going to come on, she needs to know the whole truth. He said she didn't know, but it was with a of hers or something, and I don't know who that is, but she should know the whole truth, because what's it, 3, 4? Just clean the deck. So why don't you...
Thank you, Jill. Sorry to do this. Jill was sitting upstairs in her office when we... Well, Brenda?
Be a man.
Who was it? She was the 3rd one.
Same one. I just lied to you how many times?
Don't share no more tears. Shh. Because that's what they like. Who was it? Who was it?
Brenda, are you all right?
Joey?
Are you all right?
The same one that... I was with 3 of them, and I was just with one.
For 6 months. He loved her. He told her that he loved her. He told me that he cared about her.
No.
I went to her house and confronted the girl one day, and I asked her, I said, has he ever told you that he loved you? And she said, yeah. It took all I had to keep from just... Her little boy calls him Daddy.
Are you the daddy?
No.
Is it right to let a child call you daddy? Is that a right thing? We were talking about how important the children were. Is that a right thing to do? How many children do you have?
I have an 8-month-old son.
8-month-old son.
Yeah.
You're not pregnant now?
There's a possibility.
The plot thickens. All right. Let me talk to you about a different situation, if this is all right. We have a different situation on our hands. Jennifer has been married for 3 years. Her husband, Kenny, doesn't brag about cheating. In fact, he denies he's ever had an affair on Jennifer. Denies it vehemently. Jennifer called us because she is convinced that Kenny has cheated on her with who happens to be an older woman. Jennifer says that she has the evidence to prove it. Okay, Jennifer, when did you first suspect he was cheating on you?
When I got pregnant with our 3rd child. When I first told him that I was pregnant, he told me that he wished the test would have turned out negative instead of positive. And that was kind of like strike one against him. And then, I don't know, must have been about a month later or so, he was supposed to be home a little bit after midnight after he had supposedly got off work, and he didn't come home until about 4 o'clock in the morning. And a friend of ours called me and told me that he was covering for him, but he had seen my husband going off with him out to, to a bar.
Would you like, could we please have him come out? Kenny, would you please come out? Kenny, your wife believes that you cheated on her with...
Oh, I know that.
Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't.
I did not.
You did not.
I did not.
You did
Take it to the
not.
grave, man.
I didn't do it, man.
You did not cheat on your wife.
No, everything that she said she's got proof is all circumstantial or hearsay.
Okay, let
No,
me
that's
read
not
you
true.
the evidence and let's see. Number one, she found a motel receipt in your name.
Yes, she did. All right, I will explain that. A bunch of us went to a concert. I volunteered to take the money in to rent the motel room that we partied in after the concert was over. That's why I had a receipt. That's why it was in my name.
Okay, number two.
No.
She found
No.
a love letter from in your pants
Yeah, the same time. You're not going to carry it around in your pocket for 2 weeks before you
I
come
didn't.
home. No, yes, you did.
Bull-
It was in with the motel room receipt. Sorry.
Told Jennifer that she had a female infection that was sexually transmitted. A few weeks later, Jennifer got the same female
That's right.
infection.
All right.
And then he accused me of cheating
infection
on
that
him.
she supposedly
He accused
had
me of cheating
could
on him.
also be caught other ways than sexually transmitted.
No.
Gave you a full description of all the tattoos on Kenny's body.
That's right.
That's explainable too.
No.
She saw the tattoos that I had shown, and she asked me, did I have any more?
Okay, now wait
She
a
asked me
second.
how many I had. I was just telling her about them. and
Wait a
describing
second.
it to her.
No.
That's
wait
how
a
she
second.
knows about it.
Wait a second.
You told her you can't find your wedding ring because she has it,
She claims that she does. I haven't seen it.
She
but
told
you
me
don't know
she
how
has
she
it.
got the wedding ring.
No, I don't.
Take a break. We'll be right back. Now I want you to meet Michael Baisden, who is the author of the book, How and Why Men Cheat. Now, ladies, listen up. Michael says we shouldn't be blaming the men for their cheating because the women are as much to blame. Now, you should know that Michael considers himself an expert on this subject. Besides having written the book, he calls himself a reformed cheater. Michael, when a man tells his wife that he loves her and then goes out and has sex with another woman, how is that the wife's fault?
First of all, Sally, you have to understand something. Women are very much attracted to dogs. They always have been, they always will be.
Wait. There's nobody in this world that loves dogs more than I, and I keep them in the doghouse.
Understandable. You get points for that. It's the woman's fault, Sally, because women know when their man is cheating. Men are very stupid when it comes to cheating. The reason why men are so successful at cheating is because they are successful at choosing the right women to cheat on and the right women to cheat with. And what's so interesting about this is that we are conditioned by women to become dogs. And I know you want to know why, so I'll tell you. Listen to me. All the nice guys that many of us witnessed being nice guys were very unsuccessful at attracting women. The dogs, as I grew up, and many of the men that I interviewed for this book, saw the dogs having all the success. So it's quite natural that you're going to exhibit the behavior that gets you the success with the women. Understand that men cheat for 5 very good reasons: ego, insecurity, immaturity, revenge, and opportunity. And you have some of that going on up here. I'm not going to point fingers because I don't know these people. But I think you all know what's what. Now, first of all, understand the immaturity factor is something that goes on a very long time. Men at 30, 40 years old can still be very immature. And the reason why is because women support our immaturity. They don't ask us to grow up.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, be my
So
guest.
does that mean, like, if you're not a bitch in the marriage, like, a man has the right to disrespect you? I mean, you give everything, you being a good wife and everything, and that gives you support the man to go out cheating. That's
I'm
false.
saying that women have bought into the male shortage theory. They believe that they are no good men, so they tolerate it. Having half a man is better than no man. Women tell their daughters, Sally, as long as he's giving you your respect. What in the world does that mean? You would never hear a man tell his son those words. Think about it. I was in the military. There was 10, 20, 50 to 1. But I tell you what, if the woman I was dating saw someone else, she was gone. I don't care how many other men were out there. Men who cheat want a woman that is completely loyal. They will not tolerate their woman or the other woman having anybody else.
So, if a woman says to a man, you get caught cheating once in your history, chances are you ain't gonna cheat.
Listen to what Tony was saying. I'm not even worried about it. It's a matter of arrogance. You have already broken that woman down. In your mind saying she is not going anywhere, right or wrong. In your mind, you believe
But he's wrong now. He's wrong now.
He's wrong,
It
but
took
the
me
point
5 years,
is
but
he
he's
believes it.
wrong. Because I'm
believes
leaving.
He'll believe when you leave.
And even when she's gone,
She ain't leaving. She ain't going nowhere.
let me say this, Sally.
Yeah, right.
Take a break. Please welcome back to the show one of our favorites. This is relationship expert Anne Renee Testa. Anne is back there chomping at the bit, I think especially about you, Tony. What do you want to say first?
Well, first of all, men should honor, love, and not cheat. They should. They should love, honor, and cherish. And I don't see that up here in any one of you guys.
That
you know
goes along
something,
with the
men?
women, too. They need to do
You
the
are
same
not
thing.
men. I'm sorry about that. You are, excuse me, you are little adolescent boys that haven't grown up yet. There's only one way you operate, and that's between your legs. You don't even know about your legs. And women, I don't want to see anyone holding hands here. I don't even want to see you near these guys. They don't deserve you. And you know something? At first I thought that these women suffered from low self-esteem, and I do think you need to build up your self-worth a lot more than what you have now, okay? But the guys, you know something? You really are the ones that suffer from low self-esteem.
Where'd you get your degree? From the back of a math book?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
I don't think so.
And you know something, Michael? You've got a picture of a woman without a head. This isn't a meat market out here.
But it is.
These are loving, caring
is.
women, and I'm sorry about your comment about conditioning. I don't go for that.
I'm not. You're a woman.
You're not
See, you all have got to stop
No,
going
you
to
see,
women
when
asking
you
them what
come
men
from
think.
a
This
loving-
is why the misinformation is going to continue, ladies.
When
you want to know what men
you
think,
come-
ask.
The ones that's supposedly telling the truth.
Excuse me, when you come from a loving, caring background, you're not conditioned to cheat. You're conditioned to love and to care and to cherish.
That is not right.
Oh, yes.
Listen, the number one influence in this society is peer pressure. And if you think for 1 minute he can come up, this is a woman. Ladies, if you want to keep getting this information, keep listening to women try to tell you what men think. I'm telling you right now.
And Renee.
When you go out here, Sally, I'm sorry. When you see men constantly, the nice guys who are bringing flowers, pouring out their hearts, getting dogged by women who say they want good men, you are saying to yourself, these guys are not being successful. And then you see the womanizer who's being smooth, talking the talk. At that point in his life, and we're talking about women who are young.
What about Dwayne and Karen? We've just had this enormous conversation about it's a different kind of a case because there's no sex in their marriage, and they're not solving the problem.
They're not solving the problem because he doesn't want to go to therapy with her. Okay? He's saying it's your problem, you take care of it. Forget that.
The reason
you want
we
to
don't
work with
want
her, you're using it as an
therapy
excuse.
is because here's a perfect example.
Oh.
You come out here on this stage, you're to help people, right?
You bet.
You come out here right away and you already have a judgment for us people. You have not even listened to our problem.
You have already.
How can you sit there and judge us already?
Let me tell you something. You're using
Now don't
her
you come out here and judge stuff like that.
You're using her as an excuse. You're afraid.
You're supposed to help people. You already turn them away from
afraid
you.
to
Who wants to go talk to
therapy.
people like you?
You need
Dwayne, let me listen to what she has to say because I would like to listen
You know,
to what
Sally,
she has to say.
therapy can be painful because you get in touch with a lot of the feelings of emptiness that I believe each one of these
So
guys
what I'm
have.
hearing from Dwayne is don't change the marriage, don't go to therapy, don't do anything, stay in the misery and wallow around in the misery. That's what I'm hearing from you.
No, I would go to...
What changes? are you going to make when you leave this studio to make something different happen in your life?
If somebody can recommend...
I'm not asking what changes somebody else is going to make. When you leave here now, you tell me what changes you're going to make. Both of you. Not just asking you, I'm going to ask your wife.
The first thing I would do is I would have to look for a therapist, not like this example. Someone that has been through it, someone that has been through, experiences like we are having.
Will you really look?
Then I would go and work at it again.
Would you really go and work at it?
Sure.
One time, 2 times, that's not working at it.
No, because we've been dealing with people that...
Everybody's...
Excuses. I'm sorry.
They're excuses.
You are just full of excuses. Sorry about that. You can't tell me that all therapists that you see are not good, okay? That you've got to see what the void is inside yourself and begin to change, because you are going to infect the next generation. You have kids, you're going to have kids, you're going to infect them. It's going to go on and on.
What about Tony? Let's talk about that.
You know something, Sally? I think I want to address Boucher, because I don't think she's leaving. I really don't believe it.
I am leaving. I am leaving. I have already stuff at my friend's apartment.
And when are you going to leave?
When we get home next day.
Okay. Now, he thinks...
How many people in the audience
What is he
believe
gonna-
Boucher?
how is he gonna stop me? He
How many
can't
people in the audience believe Boucher is really leaving? Take a break. We'll be right back.
Right. You bet.
I want to leave you with a thought that Anne Renee gave me. She says, say one thing a man can never take back is cheating. A woman may forgive, but she won't forget. It's always there in the back of her mind. See you next time.